Hi, this is Manny Juarez with the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, and I'm going to give you a short walk through our exhibit called Makers United. It is a project that I had worked on over this last year. It's designed to be a maker experience for our guests and students that was designed and put together by our numerous departments here at the museum. The experience that you're going to see, the actual what we call circuit band, was prototyped and designed in the Wenger family Fab Lab here at the museum. And you can see we have our ante room where guests wait, some inspirational video showing things like jewelry making, woodworking, drawing, as well as some footage from our Fab Lab here. You can see a variety of different interface, both analog and digital. There's some footage from the lab, and then here is a production of some of the parts that you're going to see here shortly that our guests use to create their circuit band. All right, so let's go ahead and move on through. So this is made up of 3 different studios. They all have staggered start times to help facilitate guest flow through the space. There's a few guests having experience there. Kids 6 and up. So why don't we go back to one of the back studios. We'll show you our demonstration wall, which has a variety of different examples of technology that we use here in the Fab Lab in the museum. A shout out to Dremel and Bosch, who provided some of the equipment that we use for both demonstration and manufacturing of parts. And you can see here the variety of technology that we utilize for not only demonstration but our facilitators put together. Some of the artifacts over time. Again, all examples of creativity that then we hope guests will use, go off on their own and have their own creative moment. So you can see the design circle is intended to have people from the very beginning feel part of their own small community of designers and makers. They can all watch each other as they put their circuit bands together. You can see here from the center we facilitate the program as well as resupply parts into the kits that guests use. During the experience. Everything is color coded, so it's all designed to be easily facilitated. We can come in and look at the number of parts used, how many are needed. We have a cart in the space that represents, you can see in the back there, 1,000 individual circuit bands, and then we have 3 motherships that represent 10,000 each. So it's easy for us to resupply all the studios, to know when we are short on materials, when we need to order, or when we need to send out new orders for manufacturing. We manufactured the first 10,000 units here at the museum, except for the LEDs and batteries, and then we are now using area manufacturers to provide the balance of parts for us. So I'll take you through quickly the experience here. So this is used for facilitation, but you can see that this is generated via a computer model that was the same model used for the manufacturing process, and then we trained our marketing and design departments to use the software, and then they pulled the artifacts from that same computer model to create the slideshow. So you can see our Chicago post and black foam oval are the first parts to assemble. They're all stacked. I'll show you really quickly, stacked on this little cardboard holder that we developed here to help guests who have difficulty with handling small parts, and ended up being such a useful tool that we designed and cut all the pieces here at the museum for all the guests to use. So then the white foam plate, which white is on purpose to help diffuse the light through the circuit band body. And then we build a circuit. So we talk about that process, what that means, and then it snaps into the clear plastic holder. And then they're assembled. And then a Tyvek diffuser plate to help spread that light through the piece, and then will help spread through the logo that is cut out of a chipboard piece laminated with steel material as an homage to ArcelorMittal. And then the posts are set and everything is locked down, and you have your circuit band. And then we have a slap band that just slips into that black foam plate, that piece rather, that you saw earlier. So that is the experience. Guests have this placemat that they use to help them with the assembly. When they spread out all the pieces they see in front of them, again, all these parts, all the images that you see here were created from the same computer model that was then shared, and depending on what each department needed, we're able to pull those artifacts out and use them in all of the marketing and guest experience materials. And then we'll walk back over here to the center table, and you'll see in front of you the completed band. I'll pull that switch, and you can see this is the final artifact that guests walk away with after the experience. So that's Makers United here at the Museum of Science and Industry. Again, it's a design thinking maker experience, and we hope that guests walk away from this being inspired to go and be makers in their schools, in their communities, and at least appreciate that they all have the ability to be creative within themselves. All right, thanks so much.